Sup, YouTube? I'm for once not tired, then that's great. As promised, Master 1, Superheavy Samurai ABC. Let's get into it. So obviously, you can see the proof right there, Master 1. Let's get into the deck list. This is the one we want. So let me first off start off with the ABC engine. We're only playing 3 pieces in one Dragon Buster. This is more of a super heavy deck that ends on a Dragon Buster than an ABC deck. So for that reason, we're only playing whatever necessary parts we need for ABC. We are also not playing any Hanger because truth is, this is Hanger, this is Hanger, this is Hanger. And technically this is Hanger too, but this is the worst starter. In this deck specifically. Anyway, so let's start with our hand traps. We have our Gamma package. You kind of have to play this because we lose to Max C and we lose to Droll. Unfortunately, Gamma's kind of mid, I'm going to be honest, because good players are going to play around the Gamma. Bad players will get punished hard by Gamma. But regardless, you still play it. And Gamma's good going second, honestly, I found, whenever I was playing. Going first, it was kind of terrible, but going second, you could, especially in the mirror match, you just Gamma something important and call it a day. Joel and Lockbird, this is specifically for Super Heavy Samurai. If I didn't have to play this card, I wouldn't play it. I'd play a different hand trap, like, I don't know, Bell or Bestials, but Super Heavy Samurai is a deck and you have to beat the mirror. We only care about the mirror, really. 3 Joel and Lockbird for that reason. Then we have Effect Veiler. It's basically just Imperm, but worse. But again, you can't play Imperm in this deck for obvious reasons. 2 DD Crow, I was playing 3, but I decided to cut one out because it's the weakest hand trap, I would say, out of all the hand traps here. So 2 DD Crow, it works against Labyrinth, it works against Super Heavy itself, but it's not that great against Super Heavy, really. Bestial, sorry, not Bestials, it works against Branded, which is nice. You can, like, sack the Branded Fusion in their graveyard that they dumped off whatever. Or you can hit one of their fusion targets if they're trying to go for an Albion play. It's not a bad card. It works against most of the meta. Then, of course, we have our 3 Ash Blossom. Duh. It's the best hand trap ever printed in the game. And, of course, 1 Nib. Nib was honestly a card it was hit or miss. It was either really good or really, really bad. But I needed something that was actually insane to draw off of Maxi, so Nib was it. Alright, so let's go to our actual engine pieces now. 2 Peacemaker. If I could play 3, I absolutely would, because this card is crazy good. If you see Peacemaker in your open hand, you can sometimes play around Droll. Like, honestly, you can play around Droll depending on how much engine you open in your opening hand. But Peacemaker is how you play around Droll. 1 Stealthy, this card is actually really funny. I would play 2 or even 3 just to steal my opponent's stuff, but I know that's a bad idea. This deck doesn't play any spells or traps, but you can steal your opponent's prosperity, steal your opponent's triple attack, steal your opponent's whatever. I have stolen Imperm from my opponent's graveyard and just put it on my board. Your Imperm, my Imperm. And then we have, of course, 3 Motorbike, 1 card combo, 3 Soul Piercer, 1 card combo, and 3 Wakaushi, 1 card combo. We have 1 Wagon here. I already said why we're only playing 1 Wagon, because it's the worst normal starter in this deck specifically. But this is also technically a 1 card Super Heavy Samurai combo. 2 Wakaushi, sorry, 2 Benki. You could play 1, but this thing's a brick, so if you draw this, your engine is completely fucking dead. So we play 2 for that reason. And sometimes you can draw the Benki and still be able to play the game. You know, you open something weird like Soul Gaia Booster and Benki. That's still playable. It's not ideal, but it is playable. And of course, we played the Soul Gaia Booster. This is actually how we get into the ABC engine. 1 Scales. This is a card I absolutely want to run at 2, but I just don't have space. This card is insanely good going second. Going second, if you open Motorbike and Scales, that alone forces out, like, maybe 1 to 2 pieces of interaction. Because if they don't respond to the Scales, you're going to get a level 8 Synchro, which is Axel, and that will get you a Baron, and that forces interaction right there. If they respond to Motorbike, like they Ash it, or Gamma it, or whatever, that's 1 negate down. Scales, if they respond to Scales, that's another negate down. And I believe that's everything for the Super Heavy ABC main deck. Let's go to the extra deck. So only one Dragon Buster. I was playing two, but I realized that if I'm resolving full combo, then I only really needed one Dragon Buster, so we cut it down to one. Card is crazy. It's just a free banish, free soul charge. Not much to say there. One Savage Dragon, negate. Axel makes Baron. So basically these two cards are the same thing. GGX, this card lets you get anything in your deck. We're gonna get it. We're gonna use it to get B. On Baguska, sometimes your opponent drolls you, sometimes your opponent has a board that you have to out and you have to go into Zeus. You make Baguska and it deals with a lot of problems. And of course you have our one Zeus. I don't like making this card ever, but it's there because we need it. Just two Scarecrow. You never want to play one Scarecrow, even though technically you could. But yeah, two Scarecrow because if you get stopped on your main combo, you have another Scarecrow to go into, and hopefully hand draws to back you up with on the next turn. Cleave for Genius, it's good going second. It's also how you search Regulus, so play it. IP Mask, an ABC deck, if you ever play ABC, you know the IP Mask is crazy. But I'm actually using this to make Sprite Elf. And then we summon it back with the Elf. Which, of course, we're also playing one copy of, because this card is stupid. Why is this card not banned? I don't know. One Nightmare Unicorn, I almost never go into this. If I do, it's probably with IP. Saryuja, I use this in main combo, which I will show soon. And then the one Appaloosa. This card, surprisingly, I made pretty much never. Because turns out 3 Omni-Gates are just strictly better. Also, I got Joel to hell a lot this season, so I never even got to summon Dragon Buster most of the time. Fair warning with this deck, if you play this deck, and any variant of Super Heavy for that matter, Joel is going to ruin your day. But there are ways to play around Joel, like I said, which I won't get into because that's like another 30-minute video that you can probably watch from a better Super Heavy Samurai player. Okay, so that's the main deck and the extra deck. Let's go into a quick combo. Hopefully I don't draw 12 hand traps like I did in one of my games. So I can actually show you what this combo looks like. If I do, thankfully I can just restart. We are obviously going to go first because this combo is supposed to be a going first combo, not a going second combo. So for this combo to work, you need, that is sad. That's not what you want to see. Okay, so we break the first game. That's unfortunate. This is going to happen because it's a Super Heavy ABC deck. You're going to break more than a standard Super Heavy deck. This would have been a wagon in typical decks. Let's retry that so we can actually accomplish full combo. Remember, despite it being slightly more bricky, it's still very consistent. I say that as I draw a Soul Peacemaker. This is still combo, but this isn't the full combo that I want to show. Like, not even close to full combo I want to show. But that is still, that hand is still pretty decent. You just gotta think about your plays. We're trying to go for the brainless play. Okay, I'm getting trolled today. I'm actually being trolled. This is still fine, crazy enough, but not what you want to see again. Let's try that again. Hopefully this time we'll draw any one of our one-card combo starters. We play like 10 of them, so... This is still combo, but that's not the combo I want to show. I think that is combo, but I want to show specifically Motorbike, Soul Piercer, or Wakaushi. Any of those. Because I'm not trying to think here. I'm trying to show you the brainless combo. Okay, cool. So this is your typical hand. You open one card combo, whatever. Do this. Everybody knows how this goes. Let's turn our toggle off because I don't want Maxi to bother me. Do that. Do this. Grab that. Normal this. So as you can see, it's your hands are going to be weird sometimes, but they're still very playable. Except for that first hand. That first hand was terrible. Now, if you want to play around Droll, you would get Peacemaker, but we're going to assume our opponent doesn't have Droll. We're going to get Motorbike. Do this. Grabbing... Where's my boy? We're going to grab Peacemaker. Then we can go ahead and do this. Discard one of our dead cards, usually this one. Summon this boy out. Cool. So we're at what? 3 summons, I believe? Sorry. 4 summons. Something like that. Now, zone placement doesn't really matter too much here, but I like to summon my Axel here. Or rather, I want to summon my Baron here. This is going to make sense very soon why I'm doing it here. Okay, do all our chain links. We are going to have to get Gaia, Soul Gaia booster off this Piercer. Normally you would get something else in a super heavy deck, but this is an ABC super heavy deck, so we're not going to do that. We're going to grab Gaia. We're going to summon our motorbike out. We're going to make Baron in this zone specifically. Summon that right there. I should probably turn my animations off to make this a little bit faster, but that's fine. Doesn't matter now. Use a Peacemaker, tributing this, summon our Scales out. Summon Piercer again, because this card is not once per turn for some reason. Hell yeah, dude. I love 2014. What a great year for non-once per turns. Hell yeah. Summon the Gaia booster by doing what we do. Turn this into GGX, and now we have our ABC engine. As soon as the animations stop piling up. Get our B. I'm gonna pretend we didn't open Kaushi here, because if we did, then, or like, it doesn't matter what we open here. This could be anything. We're just gonna pretend we didn't open it. Here, I'm gonna get Wagon. So this is why I said Wagon is the weakest starter, because I don't actually want to normal Wagon and use the effect. All right, let's go Pendulum Summon. We're gonna summon these two, just these two. If you, we're gonna assume that we didn't open anything else we can summon. We're gonna assume those are all hand traps. Like, this is gonna be a hand trap. Make sure some of this in attack position so you can chain block. I'm going to Cleave then Wagon 2. Get Regulus. Because if you did have the extra body, you can actually summon this out and make a 4 Material Saryuja, which is what we're going to do. Well, we're not making a 4 Material Saryuja. You could, though. Use this to grab a Piercer. Has to be Piercer specifically. Make sure you equip this to the Wagon. Cool. We've done that. All good. Turn these into a Saryuja. 3 Material Saryuja. If you had the extra body, it'd be a 4 Material, because that's better. But since we don't, we're not going to do that. We're going to go get Stealthy, and we're going to get Sea Crush Wyvern. Stealthy, and it has to be Sea Crush Wyvern. If you get A, you lose the game. Cool. We've done that. Now, it doesn't really matter where you summon these, but because Regulus tributes itself, I'd rather not bother like summoning to one of these zones, because I want to keep these for elf zones. Use a Baron effect here, blow up the B-Buster Drake. This will grab you your final piece. Now we use the Saryuja, summon out our C. Saryuja is very annoying because he does a lot of stuff. Summon out your Stealthy, because you can journal spells and traps, make your IP mask. And from here, you have a choice of what you want to do after you summon the Assault Core. As soon as we do that. Okay, yeah. So from here, you have a choice. Me, personally, I like to go for the Elf line. But you could also just turn 1, 2, and 3 into Appaloosa. But I like Omni-Negate, so let's turn these 2 into Elf. And then Elf is going to revive the motorbike back. You can summon it to the zone. I don't think they would have anything though at this point. Turn motorbike into a level 4. And what do we have in our graveyard? Oh yeah, we have a Saryuja. So this is going to be a beefy Warlord Savage Dragon. Let's just go Savage effect, equip the Yuja. There was a delay there for some reason. I thought the AI had Nibiru. It's weird. And then finally, to top all of it off, you can go banish A, B, and C, summon out Dragon Buster. I usually like to summon it here just because of Anima, but I don't think that matters too much. Anyway, this is our end board. We have 3 Omni-Negates, protected by Sprite Elf for 2 of them. You have an ABC Banish and Tag Out, and you have IP in the graveyard that you can summon off the Elf. That can go into a Unicorn. So that is how many interruptions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially more on whatever hand traps you may have drawn off Saryuja if you summon the extra body. So there you have it. Superheavy ABC. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.